What's up, everyone? Arctic here, and I got a very special commentary today. I got my mom on the mic. Her name is Keisha. Say hi to my mom.
Hello, everyone.
Now, my mom has been involved with almost every aspect of my competitive nature and competition since I can remember, like 5 or 6. And I've gotten a lot of questions from you guys and in the past on how to get parents involved with your competitive gaming wants, or how to get them more involved with gaming. And so I got my mom on the mic, and I wanted to talk to her and ask her a few questions about what it was like with us. When I say us, I mean me and my brother growing up, and talking about gaming. So let's start off with the initial question. What was it like raising 2 gamers?
Well, it was very fun because the boys, instead of waiting in line for tennis shoes, they typically were waiting in line for games to be released, and and either that or the consoles themselves. I can only remember maybe one time they may have gotten in line to wait for some tennis shoes, but their whole thing was gaming, and but very, very, very funny household that we were in, competitive, but still very light-natured, and we were a tight-knit bunch, very tight-knit, so it was just a pleasure to raise both of them.
One of the things that Karen and I always laugh about is that we would always both have a console. And, I mentioned in the one-on-one video, my very first one I did, that, my mom raised us, and she made sure that we could have the stuff that we wanted. So, she would work 2 jobs in order to get us some stuff. And I'll never forget this. I had asked for the PlayStation 2. I don't know if you remember that one.
No, I just remember that you all had every game possible. Every game possible, they had it.
So, yeah, I had asked for PlayStation 2, and it came out in like November-ish or whatever. But I asked, or maybe it came out a little bit before that, but I asked for it for my birthday as a birthday present. I didn't get it for my birthday, but I ended up getting it for Christmas. And I was so happy. But that's one of the things I remember, is that no matter what console it was, if there was a way that you could get it for both of us, you would get it for both of us. And then me and Karen would be going at it on the 2 systems, him downstairs and me upstairs. But it was always fun. So the next question is, what is your view of gaming in general? The initial question that I got was, how does your family view gaming? And my mom has been the only really instrumental family member that I've had involved in gaming. So how do you view gaming in general?
I look at gaming as a fun activity. It's a learning experience. It's something to me that you should be able to get pleasure out of it. I like gaming. Although my gaming career ended at Nintendo at Super Mario Brothers.
Should mention real quick that the very first system that I remember her purchasing was the original Nintendo.
Yes.
And tell me why her and my dad was playing Mario and beat Mario before I even got to play it.
Yeah, because we liked it. It was fun. It was a competitive thing. It's something that got your blood boiling. The hand-eye coordination. I mean, we were on point with it. So, it started out being fun for me, and then I thought, okay, maybe I need to focus on raising my kids here a little bit. So, and then KL was about 3 when he started playing, and he has been playing ever since. But I enjoy video games. When we were growing up and we were teenagers, we had video arcades, and that was like big on the scene. And I would love games like Pac-Man and Space Invaders, and it was at this video arcade called Go Bananas in the city that I lived. So we would kind of go there and hang out. So, it's just a nice way to have fun. And we didn't have that technology back when I was growing up, but I certainly was in support of it because I felt like it was just, harmless, innocent fun, and it wasn't hurting anyone.
Okay. Okay. Another question I always get is, I got this one really recent, and someone asked how you view my involvement in the gaming industry now, in terms of when I started getting into professional gaming, and then where I'm at now, and how do you kind of, what were your initial feelings, and then how do you feel about it now?
My initial feelings were, wow, he has taken this to a completely different level. I mean, and I was impressed with it. So, of course, I'm supportive of it. I wanted to see, just how far and how deep into gaming that he had become. And going to the event that I went to in 2009 in Dallas really gave me an idea that, wow, these here young men are just doing phenomenal things in the gaming industry, and they just took it to a whole other level for me. I was quite impressed. So I support them wholeheartedly. Absolutely do.
Do you think, I think one of the things that a lot of people don't realize when they get into it versus when I got into it, one, I was like 20, 21 when I
Right.
started pursuing this professionally, but I had like a path, and like I had it predetermined what I was going to do, and a lot of people just kind of hop into it with no plan of action. So I think on my end, what I would say is if you want to get into the scene, and you want to do you either game professionally or try to just get into the industry itself, you need a plan of action. And so I think mine was pretty set forth. I wanted to play professionally, and then from there I wanted to have some type of influence on the industry, which I'm in that position now. So.
And you have absolutely become a living example of that. Very clearly from day one, that's what you've always said, and you stuck true to that. So, that's just an example of you setting a goal and accomplishing it.
So about wrapping it up, I think I want to end. Well, there's two things I want to end on. So the first one is one funny story that you remember that you want to tell when I was younger. Doesn't have to be gaming related, but just want to let everybody know one of my crazy stories. My mom has so many stories that she tells us that she tries to embarrass me, but she can't, because I just think they're funny now.
Well, let's see. I do have many, but KL has always had tunnel vision. With whatever, just like with his goal with gaming. When he was younger, he could tune out everyone around him. He could tune out his hearing, and he was completely focused on what he was doing. And at a very young age, he was so engrossed in this Cowboys and Indians program on TV, and someone on the TV said, "Okay, put your hands up." And I happened to look over at KL, and he's got his hands up in the air like they're talking to him. No, then it's a program on TV. What are you doing? But he gave us a lot of laughs. Very, very funny young man. Can I tell one more?
Okay.
Okay. And so when my son was in high school, he was injured his freshman year, and he had to have surgery on his knee. And so the coaches, he was off from school for a little bit, but some of the coaches had stopped by the house to check on him, and there's my son with his gaming stuff, and coach come in, he goes, "Don't worry, coach, I'm still killing him in the game. I'm still He would always say something lighthearted, though. He's always been a very pleasurable young man. Absolutely hilarious.
Okay, so I hope y'all enjoyed those two stories. There won't be any more after. No, I'm just playing. There might be a few more after that. But what is the last question that I have for you is, what is some advice you would give to parents, or what is some advice that you would give to the kids trying to present gaming to their parents, and how would you go about it? So you got the floor on that.
Well, I think the most important thing that you can have with your child is communication. So in saying that, don't just talk at your kids and bark orders all day. Really listen to them and see what it is that they're trying to tell you that they want to do, and get involved. So if I'm talking to a gamer who wants to talk to their parents, try to involve your parents in what it is that you're doing, and so that they understand, and that you're not just trying to just quote unquote play and just goof off. Really get them involved. And my standpoint as a parent, what I would do with my young men is, you can do things that you want to do and enjoy, but you still have business to take care of, meaning that you have to take care of your grades at school. You have to do chores in the home. There's still responsibilities that you have to carry out, and if you don't, well, that's going to limit your free time, because we all have responsibilities. So they were true to it. They kept up with their grades in school. They were nice young men. They never gave me a minute's trouble during the time that I raised them. So, and I think they both have turned out to be terrific young men. I now have a little girl who is 6 years old, and she's kind of in love with the Nintendo what?
DS.
The Nintendo DSi. So, I mean, as long as she has her stuff done with school, and she likes playing that, I mean, same thing with her. Nothing different. So, that's my little recipe for success.
All right, guys. I took some time off because I told you guys my family would be here in Austin, Texas. So I've had a ball with them, and you guys will get some more gameplay commentaries and all that good stuff here in the next coming weeks. We got PAX Prime coming up. I'll be in Seattle, Washington for that, showing off Loadout. But I hope you guys enjoyed this, and Mom, I just want to say love you.
Love you too.
Mwah. All right. We'll catch you guys later.
Okay,
Peace.
now.